Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are going to be reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Together I have my good buddy SnowingGecko and official Contraband. How you guys doing?
Great.
Oh lord, the camera cut out at that 1 second, dude. Oh man. Actually, for those of you who guys don't know, official Contraband here, or Contraband he's known in Discord, does amazing music. Check out his stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Actually, give a description of what you do.
Rap hip hop artist. I'm based out of California. I originally started in Hollywood, and then I moved more towards the mountains of California. I'm talking to pretty much under the company. They're a management company that pushes newer pop and hip hop artists, like people that do stuff for like Future and Drake, and that's the people that produce me. I just got up to 10,000 views on a min since it's only been out for 3 weeks. So that's pretty cool.
His audio just cut out.
Yeah.
I also do both of those things, but
that's still cool.
Focus on the music.
So that's pretty cool, though. But yeah, guys, check out his channel on YouTube as well as check out some of his music on Spotify. It's actually really good. So, for today's review, I have, of course, these two join me. We're going to be reviewing a game that we not only just played yesterday, but a game that we absolutely are actually really big fans of, for what it's worth. And it is known as Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We're finally reviewing this game, and if you want me to be perfectly honest, it's not a perfect game, but heck, no, most games aren't. I think there's only a few games I know of that honestly deserve the title of perfect, but it's just not that easy. God bless it, I can't even hear you guys. Hang on. There we go, got it. Yeah, for some reason the audio literally cut off for both of you guys.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm trying to get everybody here. Contra.
Oh, 1 second.
Hold on. Yeah, his user volume is all the way at full for me, so he should already be heard.
Let me leave and rejoin.
Maybe. I'm sorry, guys. We're having some technical issues. Hello?
I can hear you.
Alright, good. Contra, unfortunately, I still can't hear him for some... Oh, great. Now his camera froze. Oh, that's back. Yeah, I'm very sorry, though, folks. I think it may be in where he's at. Maybe that's the reason why. Oh, there we go.
I can hear you now.
I can hear him.
Hello!
There we go. There it goes, finally. Oh, Lord. Sorry, everyone, but don't worry. Seriously, hang out with these guys. Check out their Twitch channels as well. They do streaming as well. Alright, so what do you guys think of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War just in its entirety?
Oh boy. Very glitchy.
Very glitchy?
Very glitchy. The game had so many bugs off the start. It was insane.
The amount of spots where, say in zombies, that you could just fall outside the map. If you used a thing at the wrong time, you could just disappear and die.
True.
And in there were so many spots in multiplayer where you could just walk through walls.
Oh yeah, you're right. Almost kind of reminds me of the whole Cyberpunk situation, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. It was so bad.
What about you, Contra?
Let's talk about split screen. Let's talk about how for the first month the game was out, you couldn't play split screen on zombies.
Yeah, what? It was that.
They didn't address it. They didn't address it for 2 months.
Oh my lord!
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was fucking.
But
terrible.
yeah,
I don't know how I'm literally having the glitchy audio here, and yet you're hearing him loud and clear. What the hell?
He's kind of in and out for me, but at the same time I can hear him mostly.
Oh, okay, good. But basically, yeah, this game has some issues. So here's what we're doing. First of all, we're going to be giving you guys a chance to give your scores of a score of 1 to 50. 1 being absolute shit and 50 just pure perfection. So you have to choose a number in between there, and that will be the number that you will try to compare to your actual score after reviewing. So what would you guys say? Would you guys give it, because for me, I'm thinking of giving it a 40. For what it's worth, it is still a pretty decent game, and it deserves a lot of credit for doing stuff that most other first-person shooters haven't tried yet.
I'd say probably like a 38.
I was with you on that. I was gonna give that a 38 as well.
Wow.
All right, so we got 38,
It's-
38, and 40. Not bad.
It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. It's pretty mediocre.
That is true, yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily say... But here's the thing. I've played mediocre Call of Duty games, and this is definitely not one of them.
It's above average.
Yeah, it's definitely above average. It's no wonder it still has a large community behind it, so there is still something for it.
Yeah.
All right, so this is how the show pretty much works. We go for each category: story, characters, music, gameplay, and design. Not in that order. And what we do is that we give a score of 1 to 10, how much we think that is good or not. So let's start off with the first category, story. And honestly, I think the story mode itself for both zombies and, of course, for the main story campaign is pretty freaking good. It's actually original for once.
True. It's a really good story. If you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
You know, I think they.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I was gonna go first. Story, along with the. I just thought doobie.
Yeah, I just saw Jimmy.
Story along with like the main campaign, it was really good. They actually went with a 3 separate endings, which they have never done in a Call of Duty before, which was pretty cool. They gave it a lot more roam-ality kind of thing. I don't know what you would call it, like not free roam, but a little more open,
True.
which was kind of cool. And the overall story itself was really good too. They went back into not Vietnam, but like Cold War 80s era, and went and tried to explain what happened in between Black Ops 1 and 2 with the 50 year jump.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And they ended up introducing some new characters like I
Adler.
forget his name. Adler, yeah. Adler, they added Park. They added a little more like to their friendship in between Mason and Woods. They had a lot more connected friendship with them, which was really cool. But yeah, and then the zombie story is all over the place.
It is,
But it's still
unfortunately.
really good.
Yeah.
They're trying to make up for destroying the universe in the last one,
Hmm.
and it's working better than I thought.
That's interesting. But yeah, when it comes down to it, though, the story itself, I really do. Here's the thing: the zombie storyline is completely screwed up, but at least they tried to bring it back somehow, and not too bad. I actually think the campaign is much better, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because not only you get to have your own character with adding your own name or a random name or whatever, but you actually get to influence the story, as well as, of course, find a lot of interesting Easter eggs along the way.
In Black Ops 4.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, this game when it comes.
better than Black Ops 4. I mean, I was so disappointed with that game. Jesus.
Black Ops 4 didn't even have a campaign. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It
it was.
So,
yeah.
actually, kind of a little bit of story behind that. Black Ops 3 was supposed to have a free roam campaign, and they ended up having that scrapped like a few months before it came out, which no one actually knows why. And then with Black Ops 4, they I'm pretty sure they did the same thing, and then they scrapped it again, but they didn't have enough time to create a story, and so they just totally scrapped the campaign.
Yeah.
But they ended up coming out with like operator storylines later on in the game. But that was after they added like Blackout, the battle royale version of it.
Mm-hmm. True enough. And actually, we discussed this a while back when we did the review of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I think we also did 4 and 2.
I know we did 3, but I don't think we did 4 or 2. I did. I know I didn't do 4 or 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was only 3. But for what it was worth, though, I think it's one of those times that they really tried to make up for Black Ops 3 and 4 when it comes to the campaign and really tried to make it its own, while at the same time being connected to the Call of Duty universe as a whole. And I've even heard many theories from either saying that it caused a split timeline, which started the Modern Warfare timeline as well as the Black Ops timeline. But like I said, there's a lot of interesting theories out there just for this one game alone, and that says a lot. It gets people thinking.
Yeah, and crap, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, another interesting fact about this game is that this year wasn't supposed to be a Black Ops game. It was supposed to be a Sledgehammer game, which is the third Call of Duty developer. There is a 3-year cycle. What it was supposed to go is Activision, which is Black Ops, then Infinity Ward, which is
Modern Warfare,
and then it's supposed to go Sledgehammer Games. But Sledgehammer Games was so fucked up with their game and they couldn't do anything about it that it went over to Activision and they had to clean up their mess.
Yikes.
And that's what Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is.
Well, they did one hell of a job, so that definitely gives them credit for there. But, alright, so, now that we've discussed what was about this story, what would you rate it from a score of 1 to 10? And we're counting both the story mode as well as zombies.
That's difficult. Probably like a solid 8.
A solid 8? Nice.
What about you, Contra?
It's one of my favorites when it comes to the zombie. I think for the DLCs, World War II was my last one. I really dug really deep into the zombie world, and playing Black Ops 4 especially kind of brought me back. So I'd probably give the zombies like a 9.
Ooh.
I think it's pretty solid. I think versus like you know, I think in the newer map that we just played, it kind of reminds me of older Call of Duty zombie maps, and it kind of brought me back to that nostalgic kind of vibe. You know,
yeah.
So I give the zombies 9, and I would give the storyline, because I played it, but I played it when the game first came out. You know, like most people do. You play the campaign. You know, you play the campaign just enough to where you can go in and check out what the actual multiplayer is. I'd say the story is probably like a 7.
So it'll be an 8,
like,
basically.
It didn't blow me away like the zombies. It's just like, wow, like every time they drop a round-based map, I'm very impressed with what they do on this game. I thought it was pretty good.
True. I'm actually going to go with them on this one. I got to give it an 8 as well, because the zombie, actually, and here's the thing, I'm actually the reverse. I actually am willing to give zombies a 7 and more the storyline a 9, because I feel like that the story was really made up for the huge craptastic factor of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So, so basically it just tried to make up for what that game did, so, which is not easy to pull off, but, God, at least it tried.
I just figured out my desk trimming is falling off.
Oh, crap.
On the bottom of my desk.
Oh, no. Alright, so next is, of course, characters, but for us, we're not just counting the characters from the story mode, we're also counting the operators from the multiplayer. So, from your guys' perspectives, what do you guys think of the characters themselves? Not just the ones from the story, but the ones from the operators themselves.
I think they actually did a really good job with this one. With every character came at least like a 2-paragraph bio explaining their backstory. They have like their date of birth and all that stuff. They did a really good job with explaining everyone and doing everything like a decent amount, which I thought was pretty cool. But they did a really good job.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Contra?
Yeah, when it comes to the characters, I think that they're constantly dropping new characters, which I think is something that, you know, I respect that they're constantly dropping newer people, but not just that they're dropping it, but they make sense within the realm and the story of what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't just drop a character without kind of, like what Gecko said, really kind of going deep to figure out exactly where that person originates from, why he is the way they are. You know, it's really cool. I think that's something that I didn't experience. I like I said, this game was the one that I really dug like really deep in versus a lot of the other Call of Duties. So with Gecko on that was pretty nice.
Yeah, I also love that they brought characters not just from the Modern Warfare timeline, but also from cinema itself, like Rambo, for instance. And here's the thing. This is also around the time that Rambo is also in Mortal Kombat of all things. So it seems like he's becoming very popular as of recent.
Yeah, they just, for that one, they did like an 80s movie theme, and that's why Rambo came into this. And they actually, something interesting is the like character bio and stuff like that came back out in Black Ops 3, but it was nowhere near as in depth as it is now and in Modern Warfare. They did the cinema crossover. They had Saw, like Jigsaw, as a character you could play in Modern Warfare. They had a bunch of stuff. They actually brought back Ghost from previous games. And yeah, they did a really good job, and that kind of carried over to Cold War, and they extended on it more. And because that there's also the Warzone storyline that I don't want to even try to understand.
It would be interesting, though. So, for overall, what would you guys rate the characters on this one, a score of 1 to 10?
I'd honestly give it a solid 9.
Nice.
What about you, Contra?
Of what?
We're doing characters, the operators, and the characters from the main storyline. What would you rate it from a score of 1 to 10?
Like an 8.
An 8? Well, that was good. I think I'm going to give it a 9, mainly because I see a lot of great possibilities for this one. Heck, they could add RoboCop, Terminator, or heck, Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees if you want to go into the 80s. And hell, if you want to go even further than that, add freaking Freddy Krueger. That'd be awesome, and have them play as in a zombies match together.
Yeah, I also remembered, they also added Leatherface to Modern Warfare.
Oh my god, they did? So, alright, so now we have another character that has been in multiple games. Leatherface and now Rambo. What's next, RoboCop?
What were you saying there, Contra? I couldn't hear you.
Hello?
Contra?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Alright. For a second I couldn't hear you, so we were confused.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Actually, here's a quick question for you guys. What character from the it could be movie, cartoon, or whatever, but from the 80s, what character would you like to see enter the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War game?
That's difficult.
Because there's quite a good amount of them.
Yeah. Oof.
What about, like,
80s is kind of like, I know a lot of 90s because I'm a 90s
that's
baby.
right. No, he said like anything 80s, 90s, cartoons, any character you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh man, any character.
Yeah, any
I
character.
told you last night, Morgan fucking Freeman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if he's a character and a person. Fuck you, Morgan Freeman's awesome.
Actually, I would if we had Morgan Freeman in there, I'd love him to be the narrator.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing.
Good Lord. He would make such an amazing story happen. Shit. Sorry, guys. My chair is barely hanging on right now.
Morgan Freeman running with. Come on, man.
Oops. There he goes.
Let me kill somebody, he gets a freckle.
Yeah.
So,
My God. I'm loving this already. Alright, so now we go on to the next category on the list, music. Okay, this is where I'm actually going to maybe score it pretty high for myself because I grew up with 60s, 50s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I grew up in an era where that music was the best it's ever been, and it's barely holding up now for some of the artists I've seen out there nowadays. Some I'm willing to say, yeah, they're original, but others just sound too damn generic. It's almost sad. So when I play this game and I hear all these amazing 80s songs and soundtracks from the previous games, I gotta admit, I'm pretty happy about that. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm pretty there too. They brought back a lot of really good music. They did a soundtrack for Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I thought was pretty cool. And they also have the 80s hip hop, 80s rock, 80s hits, all that stuff. And then the actual music itself is really good. Like just sitting in a lobby of zombies, you can jam out to the music.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'd say they did really good on the music.
What about you, Contra? What do you think of the music in the game? Did you hear us?
What do you think of the music of the game, Contra?
as I'm being my I think I love the fact that I can just like skirt up on some zombies playing Push It. I think it's really cool that they put a lot of the soundtracks from different games onto the game, like what Gecko was saying, and that like like if you want your boat to have this, but you want your your truck to have this, it's cool that you can kind of select it, and you're going to hear the song that you want to hear when you want to listen to it when you're just driving or playing around.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. There's a lot, especially since I'm a musical artist, so I understand what it's like to make up original content and not be very pretty much like Retro is saying. There's a lot of rappers and hip hop artists right now that just pretty much sound identical to each other. So to have your own sound is something that like is cool, and so to hear the classic songs that you're talking about, like it's just really cool to see that they still incorporate them in general in the game, because like you, I grew up in the 80s, 90s, and that's like something that I heard all the time. So
yeah, I could definitely tell.
I give it like an 8.
Yeah. All right, so we got an 8 for Contra.
9, something like that.
Or 9? All right, 9. What about you, Gecko? What would you say for the music?
For music, I'd say 8.
8?
Just because a lot of the music that we do like, as much as I love it, it's not original.
For me, I'm going to give it a solid 10. But because I grew up with that music my entire life. So it really hits me in the heart here. My parents are the ones who got me interested in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And I got into the 90s since I grew up in that era. So it really, I guess you could say it really hits me home just how much this music just rocks every time I listen to it. The only thing I'm going to say, the only thing I missed out on is getting Never Gonna Give You Up on the tier thing, which is bull, because I was so close to freaking getting it.
Hey, Retro, guess what I have?
You have that track, I know.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, so I wish. Now, here's the thing. This is actually where I'm actually gonna. Actually, no, wait. I'm gonna wait until talk about that one. Because I actually have a few key things about that one that I actually am gonna compare it to another first person shooter. But for right now, let's take a look at design of the game. And for what it's worth, the main story and multiplayer, the design is interesting. It looks pretty cool, but it's still generic. But like I always say for every single Call of Duty game, the zombies maps are freaking amazing. So, what do you guys think of the, we'll start with Gecko here. What do you think of the design of the game?
The design of the game, so real quick to clarify, is this more talking about graphics or like map design?
We'll do a little bit of both.
Okay, so I'll start off with graphics. So for graphics, I may be a little nitpicky here, but they actually went backwards from Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Modern Warfare was extremely realistic. If you took a picture of Modern Warfare and you took a picture of real life, it'd be hard to tell which was which.
Mm-hmm.
They did really good with the graphics in Modern Warfare. It went backwards, and it kind of went a little on the downward slope for graphic-wise with Cold War. It's not that good for modern day, and but they did kind of fix it up with, what was it, the Season 3 mid-season update?
Yeah.
They made all the graphics way better, but and then also, so going into map design, they did really good with Cold War maps, but then I like how they went with the 80s like trashed up version of Nuketown, since every every Black Ops has had a Nuketown so far, and
True.
This kind of fits Cold War. But I think it's nice having the old maps back, but I wish they would come up with some nice original maps too.
That is true. What about you, Contra? What do you think of the design of the game as well as the maps that were added for the multiplayer as well as zombies? Don't worry, we'll wait.
See here.
Now he's making me hungry for what he's eating right now.
I've got vanilla wafers right now.
Lucky, I don't have jack shit! There we go.
I'd say so. I haven't played Modern Warfare. I haven't played Modern Warfare. I really want to buy it because I've been hearing good things about the graphics.
Yeah.
I still think, because I have the newer Xbox, that the graphics are pretty fucking crazy. I still think that they did a good job. I think maybe what they couldn't achieve in realism, they kind of achieved in the fictitious way of like the gun, like the new special weapons and like all the zombies and that kind of realm kind of took over. And I think that's what this game I'm going to remember the most from this game is the zombies. Like World War II, I remember the zombies over the campaign. Certain games, I remember the campaign over, the other version or a side, but zombies really in this game sticks out the most. A lot of people are like, "Whoa, that's Call of Duty." When they see all the, the space guns and all that, I think that's really cool. So I think they kind of took a weakness and kind of worked with it. But I also have seen really impressive graphics just from watching videos of the Modern Warfare, so I'm kind of excited to kind of get that game next. But yeah, I don't know if it has zombies, and that's the main reason why I didn't play it or buy it, just because it just didn't have zombies when it came out.
No,
so I was like,
I think it's more Warzone. I guess you could say.
Modern Warfare has never had zombies. It has special ops.
See, Advanced Warfare had exos, and it was amazing.
Actual zombies?
Well, there was also the Aliens one for Call of Duty Ghosts, which wasn't too bad.
Awesome.
Yeah. So honestly, yeah. So what would you guys rate the? Whole?
It was like crap.
Rate the whole thing.
Yeah, the design of the game from the actual graphics to the map designs themselves.
This would be like a solid 5 or 6, but because of zombies, It's gotta bump up to an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give it an 8, but I have different reasons. One is that even though that, yes, I do believe that they... Okay, that's funny. Even though that, yes, I do believe that the graphics were a bit of a downgrade compared to Modern Warfare, but here is the thing. They made the guns and everything about the game more imaginative. Like the anime pack, the casino pack, look at all the packs you can get that can alter the gun and actually, like, the shotgun you let me use, which shoots acid. Or the one I just got hit by during a multiplayer match turned my arm into gold. As well as turning my head exploding and all of my blood pooling into gold coins or something.
Yeah, that was also another thing that came from Modern Warfare. Not the look of the gun, the design and look of the gun, like the Mastercraft, that was Black Ops Cold War and the design of the gun, yes, but the tracer packs, dismemberment packs, stuff like that, was back in Modern Warfare. They started that up as like a test, and it turned out to be really well, so they amped it up in Mastercraft, where it like looks like the new Stoner bundle that came out that looks like a motorcycle.
Nice. So yeah, you see what I'm getting at here. So I am going to give it at least an 8, but I think I'm going to give a little bit more credit to the design of some of the stuff that they added for the game. So to make it more its own style and actually fit more into Black Ops Cold War than it ever did with Modern Warfare. I'm going to straight up say it.
Yeah.
Because, sure, with the anime tracer and all that stuff, it actually fits better in Cold War than Modern Warfare, which I think Modern Warfare should just get rid of it and let Black Ops Cold War take over that part. Well, when it comes to the effects, anyway. What about you, Contra? What would you score it?
Yeah, because the guns look so fake. The way they...
You okay there, Gecko?
Oh, it's just funny. He's like talking and half of it's cutting out and the other half is just...
Like what you have, like when you're...
He literally stopped talking right when they cut off.
I cannot hear you right now, but just wait. Oh,
there it is.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now you can hear you.
That's what we were saying. We couldn't hear you, but now we can.
And literally you say that and it cuts off.
I give it a 7.
There we go.
And I feel like...
A 7?
I agree with Retro when he says that... Call of Duty Modern Warfare, for example, that's maybe why I feel like I agree with Retro. It should probably stay on Cold War. And I wasn't even a fan of it just because it resets you every fucking time to level 1. That pisses me off, man. You work all the way, you get like halfway done, and it's like, nope, you didn't level all the way up, so you start again.
Yeah, he's kind of
Bullshit.
on that one.
I don't care for it.
So,
Yeah, that's another thing that I don't like about this game. In Modern
Can you all hear me?
Warfare... Yeah, we can hear you. That's another thing I didn't like about this game is I think they should have kept the levels and the seasons different. I feel like they should have gone with, like, how original Black Ops was, how you go up a prestige level, it resets your guns. You go up a prestige level again, and then it resets you again, like, after 3 prestiges, or 1 or 2 prestiges, it just lets you go and just keep all your guns, then you just level up to, like, level 1,000, that's Prestige Master. That's what they should have done.
yeah. I'm with you on that one. And what was your score for design there, Contra? I didn't hear that part.
Said like a 7.5.
So I guess we'll give a benefit of the doubt and say 8. All right, so time for the final category, and it's gameplay. Okay. I wish I started that stupid video earlier. I was actually thinking of making a clip where I was going to use my old shirt, one that's filled with holes, and I was going to rip it apart as I rage, and I was going to click a button and it's like, rage mode incoming. But I'm still trying to edit that one right now. Try to figure out some of the editing software, but whatever. Right now, I'm going to go on a rant, because this is actually where I'm very pissed off about the season pass. Hey, Activision, here's a thought. Take a freaking book from Halo. Even they made a season pass that you can go back to the old ones and then go to the new ones if you want. They don't just delete them right away. They at least give you the option to build up every season pass that shows up, allowing you to unlock everything in the game. That is what you should be doing for this freaking game. Not to mention, I'm gonna straight up say it. I don't like the community for Call of Duty worth crap. They are all a bunch of assholes. No offense to all of you guys who are very kind out there, but I've dealt with so many shitty players on Call of Duty. It is absolute bullshit. I have to deal with them every single fucking time I play the game. Not to mention, oh my god, the hit detection in the game is horseshit. Seriously, I am aiming at this guy's face, and yet he somehow manages to dodge all my bullets like he's in the Matrix and shoots me in the head with a lucky shot. What the fuck? And then, of course, we gotta go into zombies. Jesus freaking God, why? The zombies' point system should have been every bullet gives you a point, damn it. Why can't you let us give you that? Instead, you had to kill them in order to get any points at all. What the flying ass fuck? This is total bullshit.
You okay there, Retro?
I'm sorry. I need to rant about all the complaints I've ever had about this fucking game.
You okay there?
I'm actually feeling better now, thank you. However, I am willing to say some good things about it. First of all, is that some of the multiplayer is very fun. Like Prop Hunt, for example, is very fun. It's really enjoyable. It's more of a hide and seek game there where you really have to use your wit in order to hide from your enemy and blend in. So I think that's a pretty cool one. Next, of course, is that the amount of customization in zombies is amazing. Like, you can customize different equipment you can use, as well as, of course, upgrading your guns, your armor. So it really makes you feel like you're improving yourself throughout the game. So that's another thing I really like about it. And it's all based on resources. And they don't, just flat out give you resources willy-nilly. You have to earn them, which, again, makes the game a lot more difficult, but at the same time, very fun to play. And then, of course, we got to take a look at the campaign with its design of looking for secrets everywhere you go. I love that. It really gives you a sense that you are investigating these areas to find out the truth behind what's going on in the campaign. I think that's pretty awesome. And of course, I got to talk about some of the game modes they did bring back. Like, they brought back Gun Game, which I'm really happy for. Capture the Flag is finally back. Took them long enough. And not to mention, I also like they made 24/7 maps where you got 24/7 game modes where you could just play on these specific maps all the time. No questions asked. Have a great time. That is what I love about this one. But as you've already heard from my rant earlier, there's a lot more problems than there are good things, unfortunately. So we'll start with Gecko after my huge rant. What do you think about the gameplay for this game?
Oh boy. Let's start out with snipers. What the fuck did they do to those poor things? I'm not a trick shotter myself, but I can go and just quickscope for a while and enjoy myself in other games, but holy fuck, in this game, snipers deal like half health on a freaking shoulder shot or like a mid-body shot. It's almost never a one-shot. You have to hit headshots in order to one-shot, which fucks over a lot of people that enjoy sniping in this game. And with other guns, it's pretty decent, other than the fact that when usually one of the two guns in the battle pass when it first comes out is the most broken thing ever, such as the MG82 that just came out, the LMG with Season 4 when that came out, had 0 recoil.
Same with the PPSH
No
for that
recoil
one.
at all.
The PPSH
The
also is one.
PPSH, it wasn't broken, but it was a pretty good gun when it first came out. And the nail gun, in Warzone, it was, I know we're not talking about Warzone, but in Warzone, when the nail gun first came out, it was like a 3-shot kill.
Yeah, it was broken, guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of the guns and gameplay that they do come out with is kind of broken. But with zombies, I really liked the movement system. It was really nice. The tier upgrade system for perks, as going back to what Retro is saying, it was really nice how you could progress up through the game and upgrade yourself. So the more and more you play, it's play to win, not a pay to win.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was really good. But trying to think of other things. Kind of going back to design, the glitchiness. Oh boy. Map first comes out within not even 24 hours, they figure out that there's a God mode glitch. They still haven't fixed a lot of the out of map glitches on the other ones, and way to just get through doors and go infinite rounds. They haven't fixed a lot of those, which kind of sucks, but is nice at the same time if you just want to fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
It's very back and forth. This one's definitely going to be my lowest score.
Really?
I was trying to name off things that you didn't say, but a lot of the things that I wanted to say you said.
Yeah, let's just say that rant I did was pretty much sums up all my absolute hatred for the game.
Yeah.
But
Contra.
what about you, Contra? What do you think of the gameplay for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? I can tell he's
One thing
laughing.
I think I'm being called.
Speared.
Oh, he says he's got a
You guys
call.
still hear me or see me?
Yeah, we can hear you. He just has a call.
I got you. Okay. I'm gonna say honestly, I have some issues with it. The main one would be like, especially like melee attacks for like one. So like older games like World War II, it was a little bit easier I thought at first to kind of do melee attacks versus on this game. I don't have any really strong hatred for the game honestly, because I feel like overall there was a few things like what is it, like your equipment, like how I hate that about the equipment. You have to like look down on zombies and like stare at the fucking equipment and like hold X, but not like, I mean, it's like you have to plant a physical tree, like a piece of a grenade or like anything. So I don't like that about the zombies mode, but I do think other than that, zombies mode is pretty clutch.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of glitches in it, glitches that should have been taken care of, especially since they had an alpha and a beta for this game. So I think they had plenty of time to prepare for this, and they just kind of just dropped so much chaos. And you remember this, Retro?
Yeah.
Remember back when we were playing Prop Hunt before it was cool, and people were used to just lay flat under the ground and just glitch and cheat, and you know, it was too easy. Like what Gecko was saying, it's too easy just to figure out these glitches. And you know, if people are doing their jobs, then so like when like the Howler, for example, used to be like a one-shot go. It was amazing. They nerfed it, and it just kind of sucks now. It just is not as good as what it used to be.
Yeah.
The AUG, remember Retro? We used to play with the AUG all the time, and then he nerfed the shit out of that, and then it started sucking like awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just so many things that I feel like, you know, 6 or 7, kind of like with Gecko. I think it's overall, its gameplay could be a little bit less glitchy and could be a little bit more like responsive on certain things. Like, I'm glad about the Pack-a-Punch machine. I love that in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can bounce. You don't have to wait for it to go in the machine, spit it back out. It's just really instant. And I thought that if they made it that instant for Pack-a-Punch machine, it should be that instant for other. But other than that, the campaign I thought was, like you said, had a really cool campaign to it, and I thought that was just like really fun. It was nice to continue on the Black Ops saga and just kind of see where it went. And I'm excited for what's next, but I also know, like, you know, I think that the gameplay could be a little bit better.
True.
But it's still an awesome game. It's still an awesome game.
Yeah, for me, this is gonna I'm gonna give it a solid 5. Because, like I mentioned in my rant before, I absolutely hate this game. Even though I love a good amount of stuff in it. Like I said, the story is great. The characters are amazing. The music is downright perfect for me. The design is pretty interesting. But once you get into the gameplay, just everything just goes straight down south for me. And it reminds me of just how bad Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was. And yes, I'm gonna say it, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, in my personal opinion, is still the middle-of-the-road game. But you wanna know something? I actually prefer this over that one. Only by one slight detail. Is that, of course, the gameplay was a little bit more fairer. Other than that, though, the community is...
Chronicles is great.
Because here's the thing.
Chronicles, bro. That's the only reason.
Yeah, because here's the thing, guys. Full on speaking, the gameplay for every Call of Duty game has remained the same up from World at War and Modern Warfare. Which is kind of sad, really, because here's the thing. I know there's a lot of games that did try to change things up a bit, like Call of Duty Ghosts did, and for what it was worth, it was a decent game. And I liked how it was very original to itself. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was an original game in itself too. It was a battle royale. But as you can see, the game did not do well at all. It was just trash. And then, of course, we have Black Ops 3, which, as you guys can tell, Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War both took a lot of inspiration from that game. But even I'm not saying that game's perfect. It has its moments of crap. It has its moments of absolute toilet water bullshit. But for as much as I hate this game, I can't fault it for everything else it does well. But there is one area it does fault on. Gameplay. And that is the one time I'm going to say it's a mixed bag. Because on the other hand, some of the gameplay modes are amazing. Like campaign and multiplayer. It can be fun. Because there are some, like Prop Hunt, for example, and Gun Game they brought back. A lot of the older maps they brought back were very fun to play on. But then, of course, like I said before my rant, hit detection is absolute crap. Not just on zombies, but also in multiplayer, which I don't know how the hell that happened. And then, of course, we have, well, the straight up, absolute messed up community this is. I'm not even going to joke about it, guys, because I know there's a lot of kind-hearted people on Call of Duty. But you want to know the sad thing is? There's a lot more trashy people on Call of Duty than you'll ever see in Halo or Battlefield. Yeah, I said it. Battlefield has a better community than Call of Duty ever did. And that's sad. And you want to know the strange thing is? These two are Call of Duty gamers.
The trolls.
Yeah, exactly. These two are Call of Duty players. These are what I would like to expect Call of Duty players to be like. These two. But, unfortunately, like Contra said, they're fucking trolls all over this entire franchise. And it's actually kind of the reason why I stayed away from multiplayer for so long. And it's...
Keep your trolling.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your trolling to yourself. And just have fun with the game. Heck, all of you saw just how much Gecko and I raged at the people who were camping for the longest time. Where, like in Halo, for example, camping is actually legitimate. You're facing down against vehicles, tanks, aircraft. Camping's the smart decision. And a very good one at that. Where in Call of Duty, that's not how you play the game. You go in there and you shoot people. That's it. You don't have to worry about tanks or boats or anything like that. I think the only game type that ever allowed that, I think, was some of those larger map games that we were playing a while back. Those ones I expect you to camp. Because at least with that one, you know that you're facing down aircraft and tanks. or other vehicles. You know you're going to be in trouble if you go out there, you know, all half-cocked. So it's good that you learn how to camp and learn how to assess the situation and analyze the battlefield. But in smaller maps like Nuketown, Hijacked, and other maps like Raid and all those are better off you just go in there and shoot them. And yeah, like I said, the absolute worst part for me is that even though I do love this game and some of its features, the community is one of the biggest problems. But that's something that's not in the fault of the developers. It's the players themselves. But however, where most of the time, where I've talked about something like this before, and that would not influence my score at all because I'm mainly talking about the game, this is where the game actually has so many problems like it does with Black Ops 4 and 3 that I have to give it low. So it's got to be a 5 for me. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. For as much as I know you guys want me to try to give it a higher score, in my honest God opinion, the gameplay is above all at its average with this one. So, with that in mind, I'm now tallying up the scores now. We'll start with Contras. I'm going to add his first. Alright, we got his done. Alright. Don't know where Gecko is. Where the heck is he at? Yo, Gecko. You there, buddy?
Go.
Yeah, Gecko. I'm almost tempted. Actually, hang on a second, folks. I'm gonna call him. Give me a second. Like, seriously, there's no way a phone call should be this long.
When your friend,
Yeah.
you need to check your Instagram messages too, Nate.
He's not even answering that? Jesus, dude. Just, looking through my list. So hang on a second. I'm back.
You fall asleep?
No, I just need to check something. You know what? We'll let him know his scores later. But for right now, I'm going to mention... I gotta stop doing that. This chair is not going to last much longer. For Contra, your original score was 38. Your now new score from me tallying up your points, 41. Your score actually increased by 3 points from your original total. So your final score is 41. So it shows that you really do appreciate this game more than your original score led you to believe. For
But
Gecko,
it was still pretty close to my original score.
true, that is true, yes. For Gecko, he was only 2 points off. He had actually increased his score to 40. Mine, surprisingly, remained the same. Even after I gave it such a low score, 40 actually was right on the mark. Normally doesn't happen that too often. All right. Now we go on to the questions. I've decided that now, for a rule, that we would each have 3 questions. Now, of course, Gecko isn't here right now, so we won't be able to actually do much with him for right now. But so that means that it will be you, Contra, then me, and then we'll go into Gecko for his questions.
We'll see where he's at.
Yeah, where the heck is he, man? All right, so, Contra, this first question is for you. Question 1, and yes, this person actually has listened to your music. What if you were to create your own song based on the same style as Call of Duty? What would you try? Would you try to make it more story-based song, or would you try to make it just your own thing?
Given the opportunity to write with Activision and do it for it, I think I would take the tone of how I felt playing the game in those particular moments, and then I would incorporate that along with just kind of like what I do with my music in general, because my music is just kind of a little bit different, and in my opinion, than other rappers. I kind of have a unique flow, and I kind of just do my own thing. But I also think that I would, if I'm going to quote something, I would make sure that what I'm quoting is accurate, meaning so if I write a bar on something, I would make sure that it corresponded with what actually is in the video game. You know, so like, you know, I wouldn't, you know, say a certain gun that didn't have the right amount of clip, or, you know, like there's just certain things that you just kind of know. I would say probably that's the answer to the first question. Hopefully
Nice. All right, so the second question is, if you were to pick 3 of your favorite songs to be on a Call of Duty mixtape, what songs would you choose for the game? And why?
Okay, so this is a tricky one.
This could come from any of the decades. It's totally your choice.
I have a pretty wide spread of music. Before I did rap and hip hop, I did like metal. So I know a lot of metal bands. So I think that some of those metal bands that have some of those really gnarly guitar riffs, or you know, just they capture the tone of Zombies really good. You know, like you hear a lot of the metal songs in Zombies. I would probably have to say Chelsea Grin song. Chelsea Grin is like a really heavy band. They do like a lot of really melodic metalcore, and they kind of capture really dark, scary kind of tones because they're just kind of a scarier band. So I'd say I really like with them. When it comes to another one, maybe let me see. What's a really good rap song? Shooters by Travis Scott. I think that's who does that song, right? Travis Scott, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm look right there. But yeah, I like the song Shooters. I think that'd be a really cool song to kind of just have like in the vehicles when you're driving. Just like kind of have like a really hype rap song kind of going. And then I would, the third one I would say, like I would go just straight corny and just get like Rick James.
Nice.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like
super
just,
freak.
Like some funk music, you know, just like some fun light music to just like run around and kill zombies. It'd be really funny. Rick James, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's really funny. Just feel like,
oh yeah,
super freak or something. Just
yes.
like run around shooting zombies. That's funny as hell. bit like light and funny. That's kind of my mood, man. My music's kind of like pop rap, so I like to keep things kind of light and funny, but at the same time also kind of be serious. So that's why I pick a couple serious songs, but then just have fun. You know, that's what the whole point of gaming is to have fun.
True. All right. Here is your last question.
Ugh, I cracked my chest.
When it comes down to, this person has actually told me that they've been practicing for years on the guitar, and this is actually a personal question that they were wondering when it comes to songwriting, what has always been your inspiration for some of your songs? Because I've been trying to figure out an inspiration, yet I don't know what to look for. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think we just...
I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. My stepmom had called me up and I needed to go do chores.
Fun because that's what I do in my everyday life. You know, I write about things that I can relate to. You know, like if you like, you know, like I write things that can oh, okay, yeah. So I like. But I think searching for inspiration in music should come from like the pressure and some of my stress and some of my problems kind of get lifted, and it puts me in a good mood hearing it, especially when you pay so much money for these tracks, you pay for all these promotions. So it's just, you know, finding that influence has to come from things that you like. If you like playing video games, if you like driving, if you like just anything that's your interest, you can always rap about it. Look at Little Dicky. Little Dicky raps about everything, and he's a straight nerd.
True.
You know, he makes a lot of money, but he loves what he does, and he does his music like that. And that's kind of just like, you have to look at different artists that just rap about everything or sing about anything. And if it's, you know, got a catchy tune, you just got to learn about cadences. I had to do a lot of studying on that, you know, just like learning, you know, what's catchy and what's not. You know, the structure, music theory. You know, there's some things that you have to learn about that. But you know what, Retro? I say that if you ever have questions about anything like that, or anybody has music questions, you can always hit up Retro. Or Retro, you can always hit up me, and I always will help you out, because I always think music's a really cool thing that you should explore. Everybody should try it at least once. Even if you don't like it, at least try it once. And I've heard you sing, Retro. You actually don't have a bad voice.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that you should check it out.
Yeah, definitely I'll try. All right, Gecko, it is now your turn for questions, but before we do that, I have to let you know your score. Your original score was 38, remember?
Yes, and I know it's higher than that.
It's 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your score actually increased. Mine somehow stayed the same.
Wow.
I don't know how, but apparently it did. Even after all my ranting and me giving a score of 5 for gameplay. But yeah, here's 3 questions for you, Gecko. One of them is, if you were given a chance to take over development for the game, what would you improve?
Anti-cheat. Put in an anti-cheat.
Anti-cheat? What does that mean?
Auto bans hackers. If it senses that you are hacking at all, it will ban you. Like, if there's, like, an unrecognized thing playing in the background of your computer that is, like, changing what you do, you get banned. It makes it harder to cheat in general, because right now, in a lot of Call of Duty, there's a lot of hackers. A lot of hackers. Like, there was a hack going around for like half of season 4 that made it so you could give the whole lobby everything. It's an unlock everything, all the camos, all the guns, all the levels, everything you just instantly got.
Wow.
That would definitely be one thing I would change.
Oh, all right. All right. So here's your second question. If you were given an opportunity to make your own zombie map, how would you make it, and what would it be based on?
Are we going off of this story or just one?
Let's go off. If you were given an option to create your own zombie map, as in like one, we'll have you have one where you create this where it's part of the story, and the other one being your own original creation.
Oh boy. First, going off of this story, I would. Definitely, I would have to put in Rick Toffin in part of the story because he is in this universe. If you guys don't know, in the end of Black Ops 4, the child version of Rick Toffin and Maxis went through the portal together into this universe. So Rick Toffin's somewhere in the universe.
Oh shit.
Which it was the pure child version of Rick Toffin that went into this universe.
Oh, okay.
So I would definitely somehow put him into this map and make him part of it. God. It's really difficult because I don't know. Probably. I'm here. It's just difficult to think of. Thinking of a zombies map on the spot.
Actually, how about we make it a little easier for you? If you were to make a zombie map, what location would you choose?
Somewhere in Germany.
All right. So for the story one. All right, then. What about your original creation? Where would you like that for that map to be located in? Because for me, I actually have an idea on that.
I'd have to say probably. You don't see a lot of them, so I'd go somewhere tropical. That'd be an interesting zombies map.
Okay.
Like somewhere like Hawaii, like like an abandoned resort inside of
So basically, Dead Island.
Yeah, kind of like Dead Island, but an abandoned like hotel resort in the Bahamas.
Nice. Actually, for me, my idea would be to actually use the most highly secure prison facility in the world, and that's in Bangkok, I think, or is it in Thailand?
I cannot hear you, Contra. I can't hear you, Contra.
But do you know what I'm talking about? The greatest maximum security prison in the world? I'm trying to remember its name. Hang on.
I know they already made one about Alcatraz, which was a really good map. Mom of the Dead.
Most high security prison in the world. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Oh.
Contra, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you, Contra.
Yeah, I think it was called, I definitely know, I think it was over in, it was referenced, I think it was referenced in American Dad, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, basically,
really?
What if you were in a maximum security prison in a tropical place, like you said, and it was your job, along with the rest of the crew, your entire group, to escape the prison while fending off zombies?
That'd be really cool, yeah.
It would be one heck of a way to really get the puzzle solving into account, as well as, of course, trying to add a little bit of twists here and there.
Ooh, okay, I'm not discrediting your originality, but you know what Mob of the Dead's Easter egg is? It's a maximum security prison trying to escape it.
Yeah, but at the same time, that one's more like you're in purgatory. Where in this one, you're actually in the real world trying to escape. And if you escape, you're done. You don't have to do it as an endless loop.
Yeah.
I think he got disconnected. Yeah, I think something was up with his connection there. Oh. Here we go. I'm gonna try to ring him back.
He may have restarted his phone.
Oh. There he goes.
Hello?
Hopefully his audio kicks in. But getting on to your third question. And this is a pretty interesting one. Here we go. If you were given an opportunity, and this is actually a very similar question to Contra, what if you were to pick 3 tracks from any decade to be put into this game, what songs would you pick and why?
Now that, my friend, is very difficult. 3 tracks, like 3 different albums, or 3 different songs?
3 different songs. I think he's still having
Alright.
troubles.
Yeah, Oof. I think I'd probably have to go with... some Eminem.
Ooh. So one of the songs would be Eminem. Which one do you think? Maybe like Lose Yourself or something?
You know?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Contra... I think.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. What are the other two songs would you choose?
Oof. Maybe, definitely some like lo-fi songs. Like, lo-fi hip hop it's still kind of hip hop, but it's not. It's more of a like background, but really, it's a vibe music. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a vibe music.
Oh, okay.
If you look up the artist, Powfu,
Okay.
he really does a lot of kind of lo-fi.
Okay.
So out of that, I'd have to add Deathbed by Powfu. It's not like a gruesome song like it kind of sounds. It's a really good song.
Okay.
If you get the chance to listen to it, you should. I'm actually listening to it in the background right now.
Nice. If I were to, I don't know. But, alright, so, those are your 3. Now I have my 3. Oh, God. Why do people always give me the harder questions, you...
What are your 3?
Well, for this one is, if you were... And, actually, someone actually asked this question, I think, knowing I was going to rage up a storm. Because... what are your top 5 things you absolutely hate about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? When this video is finished, look back in the time code and you'll see my rant about this game. Use that for your list.
Yeah.
So that one was a lot easier than expected, but yeah, I don't want to go into another raging rant. So I'm also trying to calm myself down from that. So yeah, no, we're not bringing that up again. Please don't. If you were given the chance to have 3 of your favorite, and this person knows I like 80s. If you were given, and this is actually a combo question for 3 characters to add into the multiplayer, as well as, of course, 3 songs for a track, what would you choose? Well, the music is easy. Put Michael Jackson in for one of them. Like, one song for Michael Jackson, Thriller. because I think it would be a really good song, and it fits with the zombie motif very easily.
I agree with that. That's good.
The second one, damn it, what was this? Black Sabbath. Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh,
And
that'd be a really good song.
the last one would be from AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Those would be my personal 3 songs. As for characters, that's really hard. Because if we're going into the 80s, we could do John McClane from frickin' Die Hard.
He's already in the game.
What?
He's already in
Yeah.
the Cold War.
Okay, never mind. We're done. I thought it was John Rambo.
No, it's John McClane and Rambo.
Jesus Christ's sake. Never mind. Let me see.
That just totally threw you in this world, didn't it?
It did. It screwed up my whole list.
Just think of one more guy on the spot.
Okay. When it comes down to it, I'm actually gonna switch that now. Shoot. Actually, you know what would be funny? Having Mario in it and just seeing him get murdered by zombies.
No, see him mowing down zombies.
That is true, yeah, or setting him on fire. The other character, actually, you know what? Screw Mario. Let's put Link in there. Because there are swords in the game. If you were to add the Master Sword from Hyrule, I think that'd be pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to the other 2 characters, I would love to see Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima. And no, I'm not going to do the original one. I'm still nasally. And as for the last one, if we're going to go straight up... Actually, no. We're going to stick with the 80s motif for these picks. 1, Terminator. Definitely has to be a pick. 2nd is Jason Voorhees. Since you have the machete, put him in. And finally, the last one. And the last one's really tough because it's either going to be Michael Myers or what would be the funniest one, Chucky from Child's Play.
How would that even work?
They made it work in GoldenEye.
The character model would be so small.
Exactly. I'm kidding. I wouldn't choose Chucky. I'd choose Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger, one of the 2.
That'd be pretty cool, and have like the melee weapon for Freddy Krueger be like,
The finger knife glove.
yeah, like a finger knife glove.
That'd be interesting. It would be very interesting to try that out. I think the only other character I would think is a real life person, Muhammad Ali, would be funny to have him in there, and his would be boxing gloves.
His finishing move is biting off someone's ear.
That's Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. All I thought about was boxing, and I thought about that, and it would be funny as hell, wouldn't it?
Actually, that would be funny, adding Mike Tyson into it. Yeah. And here is
His
my...
finishing move, you do like a...
Yeah?
His finishing move, you do like a 1-2, and then you headlock and just...
Oh, yeah. Alright, so, for my final question.
What's your final question?
Okay. Very interesting. If you were given a choice to either kill the franchise of Call of Duty or keep it going for another few games, what would you choose and why? Well, that's a lot easier than expected. Kill it! Kill the franchise. However,
Why?
but these are my reasons why. 1, the community itself I think it's become a little polluted. It's basically something that has unfortunately gotten a lot worse with time, where...
It's actually gotten better with time. It used to be so much worse.
No, I'm talking about the main Call of Duty one. I'm not talking about Modern Warfare. The Modern Warfare community has actually remained pretty decent.
Modern Warfare 2 lobbies and Black Ops 2 lobbies.
No, I'm talking about...
made boys turn into men.
Pretty much, yeah. But, yeah, it's... Yeah. I would say kill franchise for a few reasons. One is that a lot of the games are basically on repeat. It's sad, honestly, personally for me. Even games like Halo have switched up every once in a while with having a top-down view game, shooter game, for one. The other is a strategy game. And I even heard that at one point that Russia actually made a Halo RPG. So it shows that Halo has a lot more variety as well as a lot more to offer when it comes to different varieties of games than Call of Duty I think ever will. And here's the thing. Back then, they were supposedly called the Halo Killer. Well, they screwed up on that. They only killed Medal of Honor. Second...
Halo 3 was an amazing game. And
Oh, yeah.
Reach.
Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, ODST, Halo Wars were all amazing. Halo 4 was pretty decent. I actually thought it was not too bad.
And we don't talk about Halo 5.
Okay, I'm going to say a few things about Halo 5. One, even though I hate that it has no local multiplayer, its online multiplayer is actually really good. But that's the only thing I'm ever going to say good about it. When it comes down to the, but yeah, and even Halo Wars 2 was actually pretty okay. But, and with Halo Infinite already showing major promise, I'm thinking there's already a good chance for that game to do really well. But yeah.
Well, I can't wait for Halo Infinite to come out. We don't even have to pay for the multiplayer.
Oh, damn straight. And finally, my last reason is that at least let the franchise die with dignity. There's a lot of franchises I know of that are still going, and that's because they know how to make their games well. But there are also other franchises that have basically been run to the ground, and you know they'll never recover. Like, sad to say, Banjo-Kazooie. There's no way they're going to make another sequel for the game. The franchise is done after Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sad. Contra is another franchise that started off amazing in the early years, but then just completely got trashed in the most recent game. Then, of course, let's take a look at, and yes, I'm even going to refer to Battlefield, as well as, of course, Call of Duty here. Battlefield started with a fantastic game, Battlefield Bad Company. What an amazing game. Even Battlefield 1942 was fun, and that started the Battlefront franchise for Star Wars. So, and then look at it now. It's just like any generic first-person shooter.
It's actually not. It's not dead at all. The amount of people that are hyped for the new Battlefield coming out in October is insane.
Alright, so maybe there is hope, so never mind. We'll brush that one aside. But then we look at Call of Duty, though. Call of Duty, sure. They've had some decent games. But it is on so much repeat that even if they did do something new, I think people will start hating it as soon as it starts doing something new. Which is sad. Because even franchises like Rainbow Six, of all game franchises, has always tried something new with every iteration. Call of Duty has only made a few changes in particular. 1, the Modern Warfare franchise. 2, zombies. And the only time they ever did anything original, it always got flack for it. like Call of Duty Ghosts with its online multiplayer, having AI characters learn how you play with a certain gun or with a certain class. That was an awesome concept, yet people have been flacking over that thing for years.
It wasn't actually that the reason why people hated Ghost. They hated Ghost because they just did a terrible development for it. The story wasn't that good for campaign, and overall the gameplay was pretty bad.
The gameplay is actually not bad. It's the campaign that's horrible. But then we go into Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 tried to do the Battle Royale thing. People hated that one. But
they just did a bad job at it. If
exactly.
you look at Warzone, they did a good job at it. They made it a good game. With Blackout, they did a bad job at it. They did a terrible job, but a bad time in the franchise, because with Black Ops 4, they did a bad job of the game too. Look at Black Ops 3. With the advanced movement from Advanced Warfare, no one hated it, but no one loved it from Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Pretty overall decent game, but with Black Ops 3, they perfected the movement and everyone loved it. They just adapted to it, and it was loved in that game. And and then in Black Ops 4, they tried something new with Operators. Operators came out in Black Ops 3, actually.
Exactly.
And that did really good too.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. This is one of the reasons why I think that... Because here's the thing. For a lot of you guys who saw my review of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with him, with Gecko here, you all know I didn't like the gameplay at all. The gameplay was mediocre at best. But that's only because I play from an old Call of Duty perspective. I played the older games so much, I was so used to the control scheme, that when I got thrust into this one, I felt so out of place here. Where I'm glad they did that for the newer games now, but at the same time, I'm thinking, why didn't I accept it like everyone else did? Because here's the thing, I know a lot of players like myself who didn't even decide to get the game because it just threw everyone off. It was welcoming so many new players, but getting rid of a lot of their hardcore fans. They're
That's
only
not
just
actually
getting
true.
Here. No, it is. I actually did find out later on. People stopped playing it in favor of Modern Warfare, Warzone, and yes, Black Ops Cold War. They stopped playing Black Ops 3 because they went back to the original control scheme that it was used to.
No, that's actually not true. They came back to these new games because they were actually being, loved by the community. And they were really good games, too. They just didn't have advanced movement. So people that didn't like advanced movement could play it. People that didn't like advanced movement also could like normal movement, too. And they just did a good job developing these games, and they're also being updated, unlike Black Ops 3 is. So they're getting new content, able to play the game for more things and not getting bored of it.
True,
That
but
is why they're coming back to these games.
True, but at the same time, look at some of the players who don't use the advanced movement, like myself. I got completely wrecked in most of those matches. I actually had to be like those players who would camp just to even get any kills at all.
It's because you're not used to.
What's the point of zombies? At least on the Black Ops 3, I will say I liked Black Ops 3. I thought that it had the Zombie Chronicles, which I was a really big fan of. It brought back some of the classic maps that I played as a kid and re-brought them and re-imaged them. So I thought that Black Ops 3 was really good. I just thought that, it took me playing with Gecko to kind of even somewhat like the main zombie map that was given out on Black Ops 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really get what you guys mean by the movement. Maybe I'm just kind of blind to that. But
we're talking about multiplayer.
But what I'm talking about is I've played Call of Duty. I'm 30. I'm older than all of y'all. And I've played Call of Duty since the very first Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really notice a difference in World at War from that from that original zombie to the remake that they just did to 3. You know what I'm saying? When they remade it on Black Ops 3. Only thing that's really different is the slide. That's really it. It's like, okay, you can slide in it.
No, what we're talking about multiplayer moves.
Yeah, multiplayer, like not the zombies.
Black Ops 3?
Yeah.
But yeah, then I have to agree. No one plays Black Ops 3 because it's just an older game. So I agree with Gecko. It's kind of no one's putting those updates in like what they are with way they designed Black Ops Cold War is that they have the Game Pass, so it's like every month there's new content coming, or every couple months, you know what I'm saying? But those games don't have those, so yeah, I mean,
Black Ops 3 was getting updated still, I would fucking play that over Cold War any day.
I played around the same. I wouldn't say it over it, but I played around equal because I do like the classic maps that they remade. It was fun. We all had fun that day. Remember Retro? We were tearing it up.
But yeah, basically, yeah.
I honestly have been tempted to re-download it.
Yeah, for me though, the reason why is that if you have a franchise that has this many games, this is also why I even stated that you get rid of Madden, for God's sake. You've had so many since 1989, people, to now. Madden needs to stop.
Madden and 2K are dying not because of so many iterations, but because nothing changes practically in between the different games.
Pretty much. That's an example of a franchise that just needs to die and let other developers put their hat in the ring. Like, back during the Sega Genesis era, there's this amazing game called Mutant Football League. And I may even do a stream of it one of these days, but good lord, was it amazing gameplay. And here's the thing, it even had all your favorite teams.
Game.
Yeah,
Fun.
exactly. But that's the problem though. Games like those are now getting a lot more attention, thank God. But that's because Madden has been literally trying to take over the entire genre as a whole. So, EA, if you want my personal opinion, stop making Madden games. Let other developers do their thing and let them do whatever they want. Like NFL Blitz was fun. Mutant Football League was fun. Even the NFL 2K series tried something new with every single one of their iterations. So why can't you let them handle it? Besides, you already have your hands in Star Wars. I think you can just leave football and all the others behind. Seriously. But yeah. However, this is also where the big debate in my head comes in, where I do compare this game to Madden, which has had almost no changes, to Halo, which has had changes, a good amount of them, the right amount of them. So, in a way, it really does depend on it. And if you want me to personally answer right now with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and with Modern Warfare and Warzone, I'm actually more leaning towards keeping the franchise going at least another few games, maybe 3 at most, before I would say end it on a high note. Because I believe it deserves to end on a high note compared to other franchises that have either hit their mark or have just dropped stone cold hard and just don't even exist anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't agree with you. I think that there's always going to be the need for first-person shooters. People love first-person shooters, and if we already have a group of people like Call of Duty and Battlefield, these two main people, DICE, and these two main companies making these first-person shooters so well, why would we take a chance with somebody we don't know and it could be way worse? So there's been plenty of games where they've changed developers and they have to go right back to the original ones just because of that reasoning. It's kind of ballsy to just drop it, even like what you said, bringing it back for 3 games. But I still think they may need it for longer than 3 games because first-person shooters are just a personal favorite for so many gamers that if they just kind of stopped Call of Duty, it's like, okay, now what?
Well, it's easy.
A different game. They're still the same concept, right? They're still shooting first-person guns and everything. There's just a different name of a game, but probably still the same developers as Call of Duty. They'll just call it something different. So I think that Call of Duty is probably not going to be going anywhere for a while, probably. Battlefield's latest game was just kind of corny versus their other games. That was my only problem with Battlefield. Battlefield's always had really cool concepts. It's just that one newer game that they had. I think Battlefield 1 is where it stopped for me. That's where I was just like, wow, I just can't follow these crazy storylines. And I didn't get really super into them, but I still do think they're a solid game enough to where I would like to see them and Call of Duty be around for a while, because I think they're the classic. Like you said, there's Black Ops 2 that you liked. There's all these classic games. It'd be weird just to see them just quit, especially with COVID. It's definitely not going to end anytime soon with people being locked in their houses and shit, you know?
True.
So
when it comes down to it, though, I do still say that there's a lot more good Call of Duty games than bad. And honestly, if anything, yeah, it is interesting that I decided to change my answer from just flat out killing the franchise to maybe keeping around a little longer. But nowadays, there are so many new first-person shooters nowadays that are actually decent that I think they deserve a little bit more of the spotlight. Like, Destiny has been doing incredibly well for the past few years, with Destiny 1 and 2 being an interesting way to go for it. Borderlands has done a fantastic job with their first-person shooter franchise. Look at BioShock, that did their versions and were also amazing. It shows that there's a lot of first-person shooters out there that could easily replace Call of Duty in every sense of the word.
Well, it's not true, because I'm not a real big fan of playing. I'm not a really big classic Halo person. Like, I like 1 and 2, that's really it, but I don't like how I can't zoom in first person, see my gun, aim down the sights. Like, there's so many aspects that Halo does not offer, aka like Destiny, which is made by the makers of Halo. Like, those Bungie games, they just don't have that same quality that I get with Call of Duty. So I don't share that same, where I think Halo could. I think that there's a reason why a lot of these games have died off, and they're still around, but they're not like Call of Duty is insanely successful right now for a reason. It's kind of like when people are like hating on people that aren't famous. It's like, oh, that guy sucks, but it's like, oh, he's got 3 million views, so they must be doing something right, you know? Like, it's kind of like you can't hate on them too much, you know? So I kind of have that feeling.
I'm not entirely. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not entirely hating the franchise. It's not that. And if we take a look at but here's the thing, though. There are actually a lot more fans of Halo and Battlefield than there ever were for Call of Duty. Because take a look at Halo 2. And I was actually there. When they had the online servers for Halo 2, they kept the original Xbox alive for a full year before before Microsoft was forced to shut it down because, again, the new system had already been out for a year after it was released. Yeah, the servers ended in 2006. That shows you just how much dedication that one game had. Here's the thing, though. For Call of Duty, a lot of their Xbox 360 games are already shutting down their servers if they're already done. So there's no real point in actually continuing those servers anymore. Where Halo 2, even nowadays, they're actually building, they're actually making separate servers on the original Xbox right now. And they still are on dedicated servers made by the fans, and they're still playing online right now.
That's same true with Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360. It is one of the most popular games ever. If you go on there, you can... Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, you could probably find a server on Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2, but I know for sure Black Ops 2 is kept alive. The servers are still on.
I thought they shut them down.
No, they're still going until the end of the year.
Okay, that makes sense. But here's the thing. That's a deadline. There was never a deadline for the Halo 2 craze at the time.
They had to shut them down eventually because of, they're just running this the Xbox 360 servers. They're still running with the main games being Black Ops 2 and Halo Reach. I know Halo's in there, but Black Ops 2, but Halo Reach and Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST, those are dying now because of Master Chief Collection. But Black Ops 2 is still doing. Modern Warfare 2 is still going strong. Black Ops 3, if you go on there, you could probably find a server or two, but not much. But Black Ops 1, you could probably find 1 or 2 servers. They're still going.
I thought they shut down the servers for Black Ops 1. I know they did that.
No, they didn't.
They actually confirmed that they're still going with the servers?
Black Ops 1 servers run on the Xbox 360 servers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot there were
like
multiple servers.
One thing I'll say is, too, I'm noticing, too, that, like, a lot of, like, younger kids will pick up. The reason why Call of Duty is it because they have, Call of Duty Warzone. I think it is free, so a lot of kids play it. And so a lot of people are playing more Call of Duty, in my opinion, than it would be than Halo right now, because really a lot of kids don't even a lot of kids know who Halo is because it's obviously in their commercials with Master Chief and, the guy from Doom, how they're like trying to combine them together in the commercial or whatever. But I feel like what Gecko is saying is it's like they had that one game on Game Pass, which pretty much like you can play the first 3 and like who cares about the other ones? That's the way people look at it, is just because it's free. But if they didn't have Halo for free and you had to pay to play Halo, I don't know if that would still be the same case, because look at Black Ops 2. You have to pay to play Black Ops 2. It's still around. Halo is free, and they're like, play it for free, be on the Game Pass. Like, they're trying to keep that server alive, man. So I think it's kind of a 50-50 play with a lot of games. It's kind of like series, like movie series and TV series. It's like they get canceled after like 4 seasons. You're like, what the fuck?
That is true. And this actually brings up a interesting question that a lot of fans have asked.
Think about how many kids play for Call of Duty?
A lot.
Actually,
versus Halo. I can't name kids play Halo, but I can name a shit ton of people play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. It's like,
I could name a shit ton of people that play Halo as well.
Games, that was.
But yeah, basically,
started playing Red. We're older, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that was the game back then, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like Call of Duty is like their Halo. You get what I'm saying? It's like a different generation. They didn't really play a lot of Halo games. They were kind of falling downward, not really staying in that. In my opinion, like Halo came out with this one that was like I don't know. I feel like Halo died a lot after what was it? ODST is the one where you're like the SWAT.
No.
Right?
It did not die out from then. It died out after Bungie left Halo, which was around 2011 and 12, right after Reach. So, yeah, I could definitely see that happening, though. But again, it's understandable. But actually, that does bring up an interesting question that a lot of my fans have asked me over the years. That what franchise would you love to see return, not just in gaming, but in any form of media, like TV, cartoons, anime, movies? Because there's a lot that have been canceled over the years, and some of them I can see why. Others were completely unnecessary.
Man, I don't know if you guys ever played this game. Well, 2 games I'd say that I missed playing as a kid. Counter-Strike, like the regular Counter-Strike where it's counter-terrorist versus terrorist. I love that game.
Oh my god.
That franchise is still going.
It's still around. I can play that right now, and it's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Another one I like was Siphon Filter. Did you ever play that game from like the classic PlayStation 1s?
I have.
Oh man, that game was fun, man.
Yeah, that franchise died very quick.
Yeah, it came and it gone, but it was a really fun game. I was like, yo, I had a lot of fun with that. And I remember being a kid running on the train with night vision on, like I remember that train. It was on a PlayStation demo. You remember how the PlayStation used to have the demos where it gave you 5 games on?
Oh, yeah.
And it always had like Crash Bandicoot. It was the PlayStation Underground demos. And
yeah.
It always had like the Crash Bandicoot games and Croc and all that. Croc was a great game too. And no one ever talks about that.
Yeah, for me,
that was a super fun game.
For me, it was Medieval.
Oh, yes, with the little skull with the head?
Yeah, basically the Skeleton Knight, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Didn't they just remade that?
Yeah, they remade that in 2019, but the sad thing is, for the original story, it ended with 2. And 2 is an amazing game. I don't know why they stopped making the games afterwards. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of one that I would do, because I don't know.
Yeah, I know that BioShock is over. It's done. And that's only because the original creator is taking a break at this point. So it's totally understandable that franchise is pretty much done where it's at. And I'm glad they ended on a high note with BioShock Infinite, but
I guess I know it hasn't been long, and the last update came out last June for Terraria, but I wish that Terraria kind of kept on going, and that didn't die out. I know you guys probably haven't played Terraria a lot, but I really enjoyed it.
I heard Isn't Terraria making a sequel, though? Or did that get canned?
No, that got canceled a long time ago.
Damn, no wonder. Oh, man, that sucks. Actually, Here's a game that deserves...
Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor.
We can't say that. They already have a VR game out.
As
I mean, like,
Frontline is
first person.
That's what that's what Above and Beyond
first-person
is.
Shooter. Oh, really?
It's a first-person VR shooter.
Fine then. The original Star Wars Battlefront. Not the new shit, the original.
Thank you! God bless it! But here's the thing, though. The only reason why that got canned and Star Wars Battlefront 3 never happened is because, Pandemic Studios got bought out by EA.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So they can't make another one. So they have a legitimate reason why they can't make a 3.
Also, sorry about that. Crap, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Saints Row.
Saints Row. Oh yeah, I forgot they haven't made a game since the 360.
Yeah, those games were so much fun. Saints Row the Third was by far my favorite, though.
Yeah, Saints Row was actually not that bad of a franchise. I
heard a lot of good things about Dead Space.
The Dead Space trilogy is amazing. However, it did drop a little bit in favor with 3, but Dead Space 1 and 2 is great.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that ended in a trilogy.
Marvel versus Capcom.
That one just had Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and that was possibly the worst one of the bunch.
Oh.
I had to stop you right there, Gek. I had to stop you guys. I'm stopping you guys right now. I have to download the Dead Space games. After you just reminded me of that, I forgot them shits on Game Pass. I was like, that's it. I'm downloading them.
I had a feeling he was going to do that.
What is the fun game that I know Mace would like? And I was like, Mace would fucking love the Dead Space games. Like, space, like, in a spaceship that's like, bro, dude, it's so much fun, bro. It's so
dude.
much fun.
Here's another franchise they should bring back, Left 4 Dead.
Oh, yes.
They ended that one with 2.
Back for Blood. Back for Blood, they're bringing it back. The creators.
Yes!
Pretty much dead.
Yes!
That's why I have it pre-downloaded, waiting for October.
How did you pre-download it? I searched it on Game Pass and didn't see it.
Oh, it's on the Game Pass.
I don't see it on the Game Pass. I've looked on the Game Pass.
I have to look.
It's on the first row. I can literally show you right now. Look.
Don't you fucking lie to me, Gecko.
Why did my camera just totally?
Oh no! Oh no! Your camera, no! It was even frozen at a perfect spot there, Gecko. I'm not even joking.
That's why they call you SnowingGecko, because you freeze all the time. Okay.
What happened, Gecko?
It's unavailable. What the fuck happened?
Uh-oh. Did you disconnect the camera or something?
Maybe.
Oh my god. He was in such a rush to show him that I think he might have actually disconnected his camera.
Oh? USB not recognized. What the fuck?
Oh no. Oh god. I've had those moments before, guys. I'm not even joking. What other franchise do I remember that?
Now.
All right.
Huzzah!
I still don't see anything. It's still loading right now, and so far it's not showing me jack crap.
Oh, it should show any second now.
All right.
See it.
A second's passed. I don't see it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. There it is. Oh yeah, I see it right in the top corner.
Oh, and then if you go down here, go to Game Pass. First row, right there.
What the fuck? Dude, I'm not seeing this.
Maybe I'm
And I-
better than you.
No, like, okay, show me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, look, I'm gonna show you guys my camera.
Literally just go to Game Pass, and on the first row.
I'm gonna show you guys, don't you wait.
We're on a mission right now. Since we have plenty more time before the episode ends, might as well just have a little fun for right now, since we're pretty much good on that one.
Your camera's still loading for me. Okay. No, don't go to that. Go to My Games and Apps.
Yeah, My Games and Apps. Also,
Go down to
yeah,
down
go
to full library.
Yeah, full library. Yeah, go.
Up one,
Jeez.
and go to Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass. Press A on it.
There.
First row, right there.
Right.
Okay, now I have to get the game now. Damn it. But I do have one more question for you guys before not only do we sign
You know
off.
what I say we do, guys? I say we.
Wait, what?
What? He cut off.
I say we.
We're still in, hopefully.
Nothing.
What happened?
Yeah, we cut off. But here's a question for you guys.
What was the last question?
This is known as Retroevolution. If you were given full game development control, what would you change about the game and why?
Of this game, Cold War?
Yeah.
I would put more development into graphics and gun balancing, and as I said earlier, the anti-cheat. I would also put a whole team developed to bug finding.
Yeah.
I'm a download Farming Simulator 2019.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
It's only at 10 gigs.
Well, everyone, we need to hear from Contra. What would be what if you were given full control of the development of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? What would you change about it and why?
That looks really cool.
Contra? Contra?
Yeah, what's up?
If you were given full control of development of Cold War, what would you change?
Full development of Cold War.
Everyone loves this question. So I would call it Retroevolution.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I just think that I would change the amount of hacking you can do, and then I would definitely change
So yeah, the
Just,
anti-cheat.
and I would definitely say just think free, make it better, make it more original zombie round based maps more regularly instead of just dropping a bunch of outbreak shit, which is really lazy. I think that they should easily be able to make a bunch of maps. There's so many places in the world that you could take zombies to. I mean, for fuck's sake, we didn't just fight in Germany. You know what I'm saying? I get that they want to keep the whole thing, but you could what Retro said earlier, taking it someplace exotic, someplace over in Japan, let's do something like that. They had in Black Ops 3, they had a few of them that were kind of more jungle oriented. They were kind of fun. They were classic maps, So I feel why not just kind of explore? I feel like if I was given that opportunity, I would take the game to more places and new maps and newer perks in the zombie mode. I would really focus a lot in the zombie aspect of it because I think overall that is a big part of the game that people are finally starting to understand and see. This Cold War really opened their eyes to just how important the zombie franchise is.
Bangkwang! Damn it! I finally remember the name of the prison. Bangkwang Central Prison. Jesus, I just realized. Thank you for helping me remember that, Contra. Thank you. Jesus, that was. God bless those.
I'm installing Dead Space for right now because that's gonna happen after this call.
Nice.
You're gonna play Dead Space 3?
Yep. All right. So, for me, I think the only here's the thing. Go back to the time code of this once it's finally finished, and listen to my rant Those are all the changes that need to happen. Plus the anti-cheat.
Okay, going back to the things that I wish were rebooted and more games came out.
Yeah?
Just Cause.
I thought Just Cause 4 was the most recent one.
It was, but Just Cause 4 came out, what was it?
Like 2014?
I think something like that. I'm trying to find that. Release date, and then it has nothing under it. That's funny.
That's really weird. Hold on. I'm going to look
Let's
up the...
talk serious, though. Retro, you said you have World War II?
He
Yes.
does not have World War II. He
Yes,
has
I do.
World War. Then you have World.
Then let's play that.
You have World at War.
No, I have World War II. Here, hold on a second. I'm going to look at my stream when I show you this, okay?
Shit. Ooh, Gecko, you about to get food and
I said online. You said you had it online. I said you probably had it on disc. And you said, no, I have it online.
Oh. I thought you just said World War II in general, because I have it right here.
No, I said online, you don't have World War II. And you said, yes, I do.
Alright, I was just... Yeah, you didn't say online when I first heard it. Sorry.
Yeah, it sucks. I was gonna say we could all play World War II because that'd be so much fun.
The only one I have online for Call of Duty... Oh! I do have it! It was for the PlayStation, though. That's the problem.
PlayStation.
I got it for free.
Oh.
So, yeah, I get a free game. Yay. Let me see. Yeah. Well, first of all, before we end today's episode, I want to say goodbye to a friend of yours that you guys all know from my channel and has literally been the signature seat I've been using for almost a year now. And yes, some of you actually named my chair Old Fred.
What?
I told a lot of my fans about my travels and how this chair has actually been through most of them. So, yep, here we go. I'm going to tip the camera over here. Here's Old Fred. This thing is barely hanging on right now. I'm not even joking. This thing is basically about to break on me, which is sad. This thing's been all over the country. Says a lot for this chair. And now we're going to have to finally say goodbye to this thing. For a lot of you guys, some of you guys named this thing Old Fred, so I think it's finally time to finally give Old Fred his retirement. But yeah, I'll be getting a brand new chair, so you guys you'll see me in a recliner again. Just not this one. So, I hope you're all willing to say goodbye to Old Fred here, because he's finally about to bite the dust this time. He's been through a lot of rage moments, a lot of amazing moments, happy moments, and sad moments on this channel. And now it's finally time to say goodbye to this old thing. Yeah, because right now he is barely hanging on right now. I'm literally just trying to keep this thing up right now. Because if I do this, like, here, this is what it's supposed to look like. It's dropped. It's bad. And if I lean back in this thing, I feel like we're going to break my wall. That's how bad it is. So, yeah.
Brooke says you won't do it.
Give me $15, you got a deal.
Nah.
Damn it. Alright. Well, still. Fred, you did us proud on this channel. Time to finally put you down for good. So I hope you all give a fond farewell for this chair, as we're going to get a new one very soon. And hopefully you'll be seeing me in a new recliner, ready for another new episode of Retroactive's Corner. For next week, we're going to be doing Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. And I was wondering if you guys want to join in for that.
I'm not gonna join in for that one, sorry.
No worries, man. But how about this? We normally allow our guest stars to go for a choice of what game, movie, television, anime, or cartoon series that you would want us to review for the channel. So we're going to have you and Contra vote for this one. We already had Pluminator vote for The Fly, both the original and the remake, so we're going to be reviewing that sometime soon. So what video game, movie, television, anime, or cartoon series do you want us to review?
Well, I mean, does it have to be? Is it TV?
It can be TV, movies,
TV.
cartoons, anime, video games, whatever.
Anything involving TV, basically.
So I got a couple. So I would say there's this new Netflix trilogy that just dropped that was called Fear Street. It's based on R.L. Stein book.
Okay.
I think I would like to review. I'd like to hear people's reviews on that because I have my own personal opinions that are, you know, pretty intense. I would say also probably as far as games, I'm a big Tom Clancy The Division 2.
Okay.
I really like that game.
All right.
I would love to see what people think about that.
All right, sounds good. I'll have to get the game as well as check out the trilogy. What about you, Gecko? What would you choose?
For a game, I'd say.
Well, I gotta write this down. So, Tom Clancy's Division 2. And the other one is... And the other one was what?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
It's called Fear Street.
Fear Street. Got it.
It's an 80s, 90s theme. You'll love it.
All right.
It's 80s, 90s, and the 1600s. It's really cool.
Nice.
I'd say a game? Borderlands 2.
Ooh. Actually, we just did that a while ago. It was one of our
Damn.
earlier episodes.
Borderlands prequel.
Borderlands prequel? All right.
That's
There we
the
go.
one that I first played.
Borderlands.
No, sorry. Technically, it was Borderlands 2, but I really got into it pre-sequel.
All right, we got it. We got the pre-sequel set up on the list there. All right, I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank Contra and Gecko for joining me for this particular review. It's good to have you guys here. Maybe we'll have you guys on future episodes.
Yeah, dude.
We already know that Gecko's been on. Actually, Gecko here has actually been in a few episodes, including our very first one. So it would be interesting to have.
The first one Double Dash.
Nope, the very first one was Medal of Honor European Assault.
Oh yeah.
The second one that you and Outcast Core did was Mario Kart Double Dash.
That was a really fun one.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to have you guys in for future episodes. Maybe sometime, maybe this month or next month. But
Of course, man. I'm always there.
awesome. And when it comes down to Tom Clancy's Division 2, I want you to be involved in it.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I love that game. I'm very high level on that game.
Awesome.
And Mace plays it as well.
He's
So
kind
All
of
right, so then,
obsessed with it.
so then you and Mace can join me for an episode. That'd be awesome. All
I
right.
would love to.
Awesome.
And
and
in the back,
and for
I
the-
would love to.
Also, for those of you who heard her voice, that is
Shut your
Mace.
mouth!
Yeah, for those of you guys who hear her voice in the background, that is Mace on Fire. She also has a Twitch channel. Check it out. And along with Contra and Gecko, check out their channels. Seriously, these guys make amazing content. I highly recommend it. Still, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me.
Let's just tell them what movie did.
What?
What?
So that last stream we had was really good. We all beat the Easter egg on like a higher round. You know,
Yep.
I was the fucking medic.
Pretty much, yeah, you were the medic.
If I wouldn't have spawned in with those ballistic guys, we would have been
In my defense,
fucked.
I
Yeah.
did not know a chopper gunner would take me out of God mode. In my defense.
That's not even what we were talking about. We were talking about last night. Everyone but me got down during the boss fight at least twice or 3 times.
Yeah, I went down twice. I was pissed.
About 7 times for me. I counted.
I was running around with those ballistic knives.
I was also trying to do the most amount of damage out of the group. I was the one basically trying to shoot the living hell out of it while also clearing out the zombies.
So was I. I literally bought 4 death machines and put them all dedicated towards her.
Unfortunately, I couldn't use one because I didn't have enough supplies.
Damn.
But I did make up for it for having 3 weapons aimed at her at once at this point. But, yeah, you guys have any final words to say before we sign off?
No?
Say, check out my music once again. It's Contrahband, spelled with an H, so it's Contrahband. If you like pop and hip hop, check it out. I'm on YouTube and I'm on all digital streaming platforms. So.
Awesome. All right, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you all next time. And of course, old Fred here says goodbye. And this is Mr. Retroactive signing out.